Hey everybody, Jillian here, and I'm so excited because Big Story Part 2 is here. So in this video, I'll share a little bit about the heart behind Part 2, my favorite personally, and then I'll give you a peek at what comes inside the physical devotional kit. So in Big Story, both Part 1 and 2, we're looking at the big story of the Bible, and we are tracing themes that are woven throughout the big story. So my goal in writing it was to help you be able to see the big story in every story, poem, and prophecy that's in the Bible. So in Part 1, we picked up two tools and traced two themes. We looked at the main character of the Bible, God, and we traced the theme of exile, and we used a pattern to be able to trace the theme of exile yet hope. So in Part 2, we will look at the greatest plot twist of all time and find our place in the big story. So in Part 1, we identified that Jesus Christ is the thread that unites the whole biblical narrative. And in Part 2, we'll pick up another tool that will help us identify him in every story of the Bible. So that's super exciting. We'll go a little more in depth there. And then the other tool that we'll use to trace the kingdom theme can really be used to trace any theme, but it's my personal favorite Bible study tool, one that I go back to again and again. This kit is jam-packed with so much fun stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so the kit comes in one of these really fun plastic pouches that zips all the way down to the side. And it's customizable. You could always take this out and use it for something different or whatever. These little cards are so fun. My kit was packed by Jonathan, and it has a scripture on the back. This one is Psalm 46:10. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." So let's look at the devotional booklet. That's where all of this fun stuff comes from. So last month's was blue, Part 1, Part 2. I'll go ahead and slip this in here before the end of our video. But set up similarly to Part 1. So we've got a little intro here, a welcome back intro, and then we review the plot of the big story. And then we've got our next theme, mediator, and 3 journaling prompts for that theme. And then our final theme that we'll trace through the big story is God's kingdom. And then again, 3 prompts to journal through the kingdom. And then a section for you to record takeaways, which is so fun, and then a little wrap up here. So it has this same sewing theme with the spools of thread in here, scissors. Jill did such a great job with the devotional booklet. It looks just so cool. Another thing that Jill just made come to life in this kit is this stencil. So this heart made of triangles may look familiar to you, and that's because for the past couple years I've really had a lot of fun using this heart stencil from Echo Park, which is no longer available. And I use it all the time, and I wish that you guys could have access to it too. It's so fun, and it's really versatile for Bible journaling. There's so much heart on every single page of the Bible, and it could be used on every single page. So I had asked for a stencil similar to that, and this is what Jill designed, and it is like even better than I could have imagined. So we've got 3 different sized hearts made out of triangles. So it is different than the inspiration, and I love the larger size. And then we have some stitching marks and then like a measuring tape along the bottom. So this will be really fun to play with. I'm thinking putting some ink on a blending tool and using this as a background for Bible pages or notebook pages. This is definitely one that I'm going to reach for over and over again even after Revival Camp is over. Now this washi tape is beautiful. I loved this one. And it also might look familiar. So these arrows were taken from the arrows in the quilt that Tina designed. So these 2 right here make up our washi tape. I'm going to go ahead and get my scissors so I can open this for you. I love geometric shapes. I like to use triangles, for instance, hexagons, paper piece different shapes, and so these triangles are just really versatile, and I love the colors, the warm tones especially. So this will be a great addition to Big Story Bible pages. Next up is an alpha stamp, the Big Story Alpha. I love this font. It's the font that we see inside the Traveler's Notebook here. or the devotional booklet, and we get an alpha and numbers. I love a good number. So let's go ahead and do some stamping so we can see what this looks like. Open my notebook here to the very end. Hi. So I love the texture of the kind of like incomplete impression. It's not a perfect impression. You can see a little bit of the distressing here, which I love. It really gives it that handmade look. This is the thank you card included with the kit. Probably should have started with this. Whoops. It says, thank you. We are so excited to have you back with us as Jillian leads us through Big Story Part 2. If you didn't join us for Part 1, no worries. Jump right in. You can follow along with this kit using hashtag if_bigstory on Instagram. I have had so much fun following that hashtag this summer. You guys blow me away with your creativity. And then we see a sneak peek at next month's kit. And then this was a surprise to me. I was not expecting these really fun button stickers. So they are printed on white, and they're buttons that were similar to the ones featured in Part 1's stamp set. So these are so cute. And then of course, the badge stickers that Jill designed, and so each one of the titles on the badge stickers coordinates with the devotional. And then the last thing in the kit that is really fun, I can't wait to see how you guys use these, are these fabric triangles. And there are so many in here. So you have all of these sheets of triangles. So they come like in a square already scored or like pre-cut, and they have, you can see these bits of string hanging off. So Shauna sent me a little video of what these looked like and how they came packaged, and the way that she kind of played around with them was so fun. She made a little pattern, and you could see when you pull them apart that you get all of these stringy bits, which add just even more texture to your projects. So you could do like a little pattern or something like that. You girls have already, before this kit even came out, been doing super fun things with paper piecing and things like that. So look at how fun this little design is already. I could stay here and just play with paper, but I have to go make dinner soon. So, but yeah, it's just, this is going to be really fun to play around with, and you get all of this nice, really fun texture. You could bring the pink in, like right here, a really fun background for your pages. So something like that. Oh, I love it. It's going to be so fun to play with these. So the pinks and the blues match the devotional booklets, which match the stickers. And you just, did I mention how many you get? Look at this. You get so many sheets of triangles. And triangles, again, are just one of those really versatile shapes that you can reach for again and again. Oh, look, there's like this light gray linen color. I didn't even realize. So much fun. Anyway, triangles, you know, are one of those really versatile shapes that you can just use on just about any page for a geometric look. So let's go ahead and add part 2 to my booklet here. I'm just about done with the shepherd and the lamb. So I'm going to take this one, move it to the back, and then we'll add these together. And that's it. So I've got part 1, which I'm almost done with, and part 2. I'll share another process video from part 1 on the Illustrated Faith channel on Monday, and then jump into part 2 really soon after that. The community, I believe, will, you can of course start whenever you want. We'll start working on this one together July 1st. And that's it. So that's it. That's a look at what is included in the physical kit for Big Story Part 2. Don't forget there are also digital options available. I'll have those linked down in the video description. And I love that you can use bits that you have left over from Part 1 in Part 2, or if you waited to get Part 2 to start working through Part 1, you can use both of them together. They work really well together. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. And I can't wait to see what you guys create with Big Story Part 2.